Have you ever woken up and felt like your body was frozen, unable to move a single muscle? It's one of the strangest, most fascinating, and utterly terrifying experiences you can go through. Imagine being fully awake in your mind, aware of everything around you, but your body remains trapped, caught between sleep and wakefulness. I had heard stories about sleep paralysis before, but I never thought it would happen to me. And when it did, it was a singular occurrence, which I'm grateful for to this day. Back then, during my college days, life was overwhelming. It was finals week, and the stress was mounting. I was studying biology late into the night, trying to cram as much information as possible before my last exam. Exhausted and mentally drained, I finally decided to call it a night. Everything blurred into darkness soon after. Suddenly, I found myself back in my room, lying in bed. However, something felt off. The room had a strange haziness to it, and although I was awake in my mind, my body felt unusually weak and unresponsive. Attempting to move proved futile. I could only shift my eyes around the dimly lit room. As I scanned the room, my gaze settled on a figure standing in the center. It was a woman with long dark hair and dressed in black. In her hands, she held something slender and obscure. I wanted to call out to her, to utter, "Mom!" in recognition, but my voice failed me. The paralysis had locked my vocal cords. The woman began moving towards me, her approach slow and deliberate, until she knelt beside the bed and gently touched my forehead. The sensation was chillingly real, and as our eyes met, I was certain I saw my mother's face staring back at me. Panic surged within as I struggled to cry out, trapped in silence and unable to move. After what felt like an eternity, the woman rose and walked towards the doorway, disappearing without a trace. Slowly, the fog in my mind began to lift, allowing clearer thoughts and movements. I shot up in bed, shouting, "Mom!" repeatedly, rushing out into the hallway in search of her comforting presence. To my surprise, it was my father who greeted me in the hallway, offering a hug and reassurance in the absence of my mother, who had passed away just weeks before this haunting episode. Dreams can be surreal and nonsensical, transporting us to bizarre realms where normal rules don't apply. But what happens when that uncanny feeling spills over into reality? Let me tell you about another unsettling experience that blurred the lines between dreams and waking life. In a deep sleep, I found myself ensnared in a nightmare involving a menacing creature chasing me through a dark forest. Abruptly, I awoke, or so I thought. I lay in bed, fully conscious yet unable to move a muscle. It was as though an unseen force held me in place, rendering me completely immobile. Then, a peculiar sound pierced the silence, a strange mechanical noise interspersed with a living, breathing rhythm. It started softly, but grew louder with each repetition, seemingly drawing nearer. The noise reverberated in my head, intensifying my sense of dread. My eyes fixated on the closet door, which stood slightly ajar, a detail I always attended to before bed. Through the narrow gap, a distorted face emerged, its unnaturally wide grin sending shivers down my spine. With each recurrence of the noise, the face appeared closer, inching towards me, until the closet door slammed shut with a resounding bang, plunging the room into eerie silence. Regaining control of my body, I dashed to my parents' room, summoning my father to inspect the closet with me. Yet, to my relief and bewilderment, there was nothing amiss, no sign of the terrifying presence that had haunted me moments before. These episodes of sleep paralysis, while unsettling, are grounded in scientific explanation rather than supernatural phenomena. They occur when the brain awakens from REM sleep while the body remains temporarily immobilized. Factors such as stress, irregular sleep patterns, and sleep deprivation can contribute to their occurrence. Reflecting on these experiences, I'm reminded of the profound mysteries of the human mind and the delicate balance between dreams and reality. Have you ever encountered sleep paralysis or experienced anything similar? Share your thoughts and stories in the comments below.